Hi, hello, my name is Alexis, and today we are creating this look right here, which is a recreation of a look that was for the animation for holiday for Sephora this last holiday season, and we're going to be playing with the Kat Von D Saint and Sinner palette. This came out for holiday, so if you got it, here you go. This isn't wearable. This is not wearable at all whatsoever. I don't expect anybody to create this. But Sephora did, okay, so for the animation this year, and what that means is for like the marketing, so, you know, all the pictures in the window and all the people who are in like the flyers and the emails that you get and stuff, those were Sephora cast members. Those were people who work in Sephora stores. There's like a whole contest where you could be in the animation. Okay, so there was 9 people like really featured in the animation. Like, I know our store had this big, huge like banner in the window and it had all 9 of them on it. And it was really nice. However, going through the looks, so going through some of the training that we were getting for these holiday looks, there were 10 people and not 9. And I was like, what happened to this last person? So that last person, his name was Zach, and he is so cute. And I wish I knew like what store he was in or like his Instagram handle or something so I could be like, hey, I got you. But anyways, Zach's look was not featured. He was not really featured in the animation. And I think it's because Sephora, I don't know if it was the pro team or who it is. The pro team meaning, you know, all the people that you're seeing in the videos on Sephora's YouTube channel. So I don't know if it was them that created these looks for the animation or like whose job that was. But his look, the way they did it was strange. It looked like it was just really deep purple in the inner corners here with like some glitter, and it looked like he had 2 black eyes. It was very bruisey. So I don't know if they were like going through like all these pictures getting ready for animation and they were like, oops, and just kind of trimmed him out of the animation. I don't know, because like I'll link a video down below. I think there's 2 videos that he's in. He's in the videos on Sephora's YouTube channel, but he's not really in the animation. Like, we don't have a big picture of him in our store. He's not in the big banner in the front window. I want to know what happened. So what I did is that I took that concept that they tried to do, I think, for Zach's look, and I put it on myself with this palette. So this is my version of it. I think it looks a little, I don't know, a little bit better. It still looks a little bruisey, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's not as bad as his looked. And if I can find a picture, or if I can take a good picture of like a screenshot of him in the video or something, I'll insert it so you can see what I'm talking about. Because it just, I feel so bad for him, because imagine being like, oh my god, I'm gonna be part of the animation for Sephora, that's so exciting, and then like the animation goes up and you're like, where did I go? What happened? So Zach, if you're watching this, this is for you, my friend. I figured it out. I figured it out. So if you want to see how I did this was a long intro, I'm so sorry. If you want to see how I did this, then just keep on watching. So I already have my base done, my brows done, and my eyes primed, so we can just move on to the fun stuff. I set my, this palette's way too big. I set my whole eye area with Amen. So the first shade I'm going to take, I think, is going to be, because this is a very strange look that I'm creating here. Wow, sorry, my eyebrows look really good today. Really like weird thing that I'm creating here. So I think I'm going to start with Rosary. Whoops. This one down here. And see what happens. So instead of going through my, instead of putting my transition shade down from the outside going in, I'm actually gonna go from the inside and go outwards, because I want my darkest to kind of be in here in this inner corner. So I'm gonna start like here and go out and kind of like in this nose bridge kind of space here. And I'm not going to bring it all the way out because I kind of want to keep this outside a bit lighter since all of our darkness is going to be on the inner corner. It's going to like pull my eyes together. So if I keep it light out here, I think I'll be able to balance out that shape. So just like that, really lightly. I don't want this to be too dark. Like that. Okay, next I'm going to deepen up that a bit with Worship. So Rosary was more of like a reddy kind of purple, whereas Worship is a more purple, like a more blue purple, more actual purple. Picked up way too much, tap that off. And I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to start on the inside and bring it this way. And I'm not going to bring it into my crease like I would if I was creating it going, you know, the way it's supposed to. Because I don't want to close off this eye space here. So I'm kind of going still above my natural crease. And I'm also not going to bring it over as far. I'm only going to go like halfway with this shade, like halfway over. Because it'll travel a bit more when I blend it also. And again, right in this innermost corner, on like that nose bridge area. So I'm not actually putting it on my inner corner, like on the tear duct. I have some space in between it. I'm going like on this bone here of my nose bridge. It's not really my bridge, is it? It's just the side of my nose. So put that there. And then I'm going to blend it with that into the Rosary shade. So it looks a little bruisey. It looks a little bruisey. But I'm thinking with like what I have in my head technique wise, I think it'll work out. Trust me on this. Trust me a little bit. For my lid, I'm going to take Relic, which is like this yellow gold, like a really yellow gold, which I feel like some people might think is a strange choice, but I mean, color theory, I have red and purple, reddy, purpley shades in here, so the gold, a yellow shade will still work, so I'm just going to put this on my lid. So I'm just pressing it on there. All over the lid, and I'm still keeping this inner tear duct area clear. So just on the lid all the way up to the edge here. And then blend the edges really softly because I don't want to over blend it and bring it too far up into these bruise tones, for lack of a better word. I don't know what else to call them. But just like that. Next I'm going to take Baptism, which I know you're not going to be able to tell on camera, but it's a super pale lavender. Periwinkle? The softest, palest. It's literally white with like a hint of a purple touch to it. So I'm picking that up on a pencil brush, and that's what I'm going to put in this inner tear duct area to help brighten. But it still has that purple tone in it. So it goes with all of these. See how much better that looks already? So it just goes with all of these purple tones, but still adds some light back into the eye. Okay, so I did that, and then for the lower lash line, I'm not going to turn it purple. I'm just going to put like a brown, like a neutral shade there, because I just need something to kind of ground all of this that's going on at the top. So I'm just going to take Martyr, which is a warm brown. There's something that I wish was in this palette. I want a neutral brown. What if I don't want a warm brown? all the stuff that's in this palette. You couldn't give me a neutral brown? Anyways, putting that on the lower lash line. And lost my blending brush for a second. And blend it. And if you're looking at this and you're like, wow, my eyes feel really close together, put some of the brown on the outer corner too, because it'll help pull it back this way so that your eyes don't look so close together. I'm looking at myself, I don't think I'm having that problem, but I'm going to add something else to the inner corner. So I might, but at this stage I don't. Okay, so this next thing is either going to be a mistake or it's going to be genius. From my understanding, these two top shades are like top coats, kind of like top coat glitter eyeshadows. These two up here. So I'm going to take this one, which is Rapture, right? Yep. Rapture. And I'm going to use that basically to highlight the whole inner corner area. This is, it's either going to go really well or really bad. So I'm going to pick that up and press it into, from the inner corner into the, I have no idea what to call this area here, into over there. Kind of bring it this way a little bit. So it's going to be kind of a different tone on every eyeshadow that it sits on, so I don't know how well you're seeing that on camera, but this really light tone really picked it up really well, whereas these darker tones, you can see it like when I turn my head. I think that worked out exactly how I wanted it to. And a little bit down here to kind of encase the tear duct. It was a weird way to phrase that, Lex. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, I hope that's showing up as cool as it looks like in real life. Still looks kind of bruisey, but I think with these tones, there's no way to not make it look bruisey. I think it looks cool though. Okay. So I'm going to finish this off with my liner. I'm going to finish this off with black liner in my tight line and my waterline. And I'm going to curl my lashes and apply mascara. I don't think he was wearing... If he was wearing lashes, they didn't tell me what lashes they were. But it doesn't look like Zach is wearing lashes. So I'm just going to put mascara on. So here are the eyes done. I think with the liner and the mascara, it really helps ground it. So it doesn't look like as bruisey, but I still think it's really cool, and like I can see why this didn't work for the animation, but now that I've done it like kind of my way, I feel like they could have experimented with this kind of idea a bit more to make it work. I don't know, that's just me. I'm not saying that, you know, Sephora corporate needs to hire me for some animation ideas or anything like that, but I don't know. I feel like there was just some things they could do to make it work. So that's that. So let's finish off the face. I have no information on what was on the face, so I'm just going to do what I would normally do. So I'm going to contour with my Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder. I had a problem opening that. Just make it look like I have some cheekbones. See, this way you can see it. When I look straight ahead, see? It's the light. It's the light that makes a difference. Although the camera is really not doing it justice. It looks really cool in real life. I'm going to bronze with my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. Trying to finish this one up, guys. I'm trying, but it's really hard. So, just bronzing it up. And I went with this bronzer rather than the Smashbox one. I forgot what it was for a second. Because I don't want the face to be too warm, because even though there's red purples in here that have warmth to them, I want this to be the main focus. So I don't want to put anything on the skin that's gonna draw attention away from the eyes. Like even in the photos and in the videos, it doesn't really look like Zach has anything on his, maybe some highlighter, but he doesn't really look like he has a lot of like face makeup on. All the focus was on the eyes. So keeping with that theme, I'm gonna use a nothing kind of blush. This is Mood Exposure from Hourglass. So I'm gonna put this on my cheeks. Ow, I just hit my elbow with my mirror. Oh, painful. And I'm putting it more like here on my cheek and then putting it on my cheekbone. Just because I want to kind of reinforce this like contour shape that I'm doing. I want to look angular rather than like round. Does that make sense? And then to highlight, I'm going to use Moonstone from Becca. I was going to use something else, but I don't want to do that anymore. I changed my mind. So I'm going to do a bit softer of a highlight and do this one instead. There we go. That's what I want. And down the nose. And I'm going to pile it on my Cupid's bow because it doesn't matter what look I'm doing. I'm going to put highlighter on my Cupid's bow. Zeus can't see my Cupid's bow. I've done something wrong. There we go. For lips, I'm going to do like a My Lips But Better kind of color because again, I don't want to take away from this. So I am using Rikugen from NARS. And here is the finished look. Told you it was going to be kind of weird. It's not as weird as I could have made it, but yeah. Those eyeshadows worked really well. They blended really well. They're really pigmented, which I wouldn't expect anything less from Kat Von D. Really nice and pigmented. So always nice to pick up a little bit instead of a lot. So just make sure you do that. Because, I mean, this is not something that you would wear ever. Probably not. Nobody would ever wear this anywhere, but something to do. A nice little recreation of a Sephora holiday look. That's it. That's all I got. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. All the links to all my social media will be down in the description, so check me out there. Don't forget to subscribe. Wait, is it on this side? This is the first video I'm filming from hiatus, and I don't remember what side it's on. It's down there. Click the subscribe button and give this video a like if you liked it, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!